you know, all the schools send out their policy on how to handle lice, and there are a couple of moms who started a company in the 405. It is called Liceology.
We're happy to have Summer, Steele, and Ashli Scott here with us. Thank you for being with us, ladies.
Hey.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your business and how you got started.
Okay. We are a mobile-based service. We go into people's homes and we help them get rid of lice. We started because we dealt with lice ourselves. Ashley was the first one to deal with lice. Her little girl got it, and, you know, like every mother, had never dealt with it before.
Right.
Cried and didn't know what to do and spent hours and hours and hours and days picking through it and getting out stuff, you know, just to have it come into her other daughters and then her own head and, you know.
Right.
And that's what happens to most people. I mean, that's how
It just spreads
the whole
quickly and
family,
easily.
yeah.
And people are really freaked out when they call you.
Very.
They're upset. It is treatable. You can get rid of this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It is treatable. I mean, just lots of combing.
Yeah.
Lots of combing. That's really the main thing, getting out all those nits.
Okay. And tell me a little, what do you guys do when you come in?
Go in and calm them down. That's the first thing we tell them. It's really going to be okay.
It's not just going to be
all right.
therapy.
They just want to know where to start in their house, what they need to do. So, you know, when we get there, they're usually doing their laundry, you know, getting their sheets washed, and we leave them with, you know, detailed instructions on how to deal with all that stuff in the house. And start with the child and just get all of the nits and lice out of their hair, so they can go back to school and they can go. Parents can go back to work.
That's what it looks like right there. I guess that is a louse?
Yeah.
Or is that a knit? Okay.
Oh, no, that's a louse.
Okay.
That was one of our jobs a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right, so is it expensive to use your services?
Well, you know, it's a treatment, a typical treatment that we're using this new machine that we're really loving. Yeah, and a typical treatment costs $200, and that's with the treatment and about an hour comb out afterwards. And we've never had anybody come back to us. And you know, people by the time they've called us have spent hundreds of dollars. They've had prescriptions, they've had RID, they've had all the different chemicals, and they've tried everything. They've missed work, and so it's comparable. It's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Now let's look at that machine over there. There it is. Tell us, can you tell us just a little bit about how it works?
This is a machine that we've been using, and what it does is it emits a warm air, and it dries out the lice and nits. And they're 80% fluid, and so it's easy, you know, they're easily dried out. But it's a constant temperature. It's a warm air, and we do a pattern around their head, and that's it. I mean, the bugs fall out. The parents are happy to see. They literally fall to the floor.
Whoa.
Yeah. Instant gratification.
It is. It falls off and they're happy.
I like
great.
that. Okay.
Cool.
And we're going to have all of Liceology's information on our website. We also have Dale Clayton, who is the inventor of the LouseBuster. He is joining us now with more via Skype. Hi, Dale. How are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Okay, good. Now tell me about this machine. How does it do this?
Well, it desiccates the lice, which is just a fancy word for drying them out. They're very small and they're flat, so they have a hard time hanging on to moisture like a lot of small insects. And so if you hit them directly with a large volume of warm air, they simply can't survive that. And especially the eggs have trouble surviving. And so the machine is capable of killing 100% of the eggs, basically, and most of the lice.
Okay, so does it require numerous treatments or just one, or how does it work?
No, often just one treatment will work if the machine is used properly. It requires a little bit of training to learn how to use it on the scalp, and we offer that training to people who purchase the machine for their businesses.
Okay.
It's not for use in the home. It's for use by people like the Liceology folks who are treating lice and have the background and knowledge to do that well.
Okay, and you just do it on your head. It can't be used on like the stuffed animals in your home or the sheets or anything like that.
No, and it's usually not necessary to do much cleaning of the home, just the sheets maybe and so on. But lice can't survive off the scalp for more than about 12 or 24 hours. They die very quickly.
Oh.
That's good to know. So how did you come up with it?
By accident. We do research on parasites mainly of birds, actually, in my lab at the University of Utah. And we discovered when I moved my lab here from another university that we couldn't keep feather lice, which we study alive on the birds. And it's because it's too dry. The climate here is too dry. Meanwhile, my kids, when they were young, got head lice, and so we thought, well, we wonder if we can use dry air to kill head lice. And it took quite a few years to develop the right sort of device, but we finally figured out how to make it work.
Well, good job. We love it. Thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Good luck.
Thank you. And we want to ask Ashli and Summer one more question. Does it freak you out working with lice? Have you gotten it from the job?
Yeah, and how do you
we
stay
have
away
not.
from it? How do you not gotten it?
We're pretty careful. There's been a few times we've left and thought, when it's bad, but we're just pretty careful.
Good.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
to know. We would like to know how you have gotten rid of lice in your home. You can go to 405moms.com.